Alright, what is up everybody? So, I've been playing the new Koumei and the Five Fates update. Um, the way that you farm Koumei is these Saya's Visions quests. So, I've been having a ton of success with Mirage. I've seen, obviously it's, Warframe, trying to farm the new stuff. It's nice to do it in an efficient way. So I have personally been having the most luck with Mirage. I know people have been throwing around like Nova, Gara, Zephyr. There's a few different options. I think Mirage is spectacular for this mission, so I'm just going to go over this build really quick and then show you a mission because it only takes like 2 minutes. So for the Mirage build, this is the build I've been using. So honestly, like a lot of this is like turbo overkill for this mission. This is just the explosive ledger domain build that I have. So obviously you want a ton of range. So you want overextended, stretch. I'm using the Archon mods because they have some synergy with her too. Well, especially with the explosive ledger domain augment. So, your explosive ledger domain, it procs the 4 basic status effects. So using the Archon mods, that just gets a little more bang for your buck. You're getting some energy back, you're getting some corrosive, you're getting some heat, more heat procs. Prime sure-footed, obviously, I mean, these are pretty standard. It helps you shield gate, this helps you not get knocked down. Transient Fortitude. I'm not using blind. I have a variant of this build where I use Nourish instead of Prism, and I run Blind Rage for that because I'm getting more energy back. However, I actually like Prism on this mission, so I switched to my Prism version of Explosive Ledger Domain. Umbral Intensifies for some energy, Equilibrium for some energy economy. You could run Primed Flow and some Topaz shards that increase your or give you max energy at start, but I haven't had any issues with energy. Mold Augmented for more strength, Arcane Energized for the energy economy, of course. So, with any explosive ledger domain build, you want a ton of range, a good amount of strength, and enough of a balance between energy and efficiency to not, to be able to use your abilities, right? Now, explosive ledger domain is a little bit weird because you're going to be converting energy orbs into damage mines, right? So to mitigate that, you can use 2 things. So one, you can use Zeneric. Now Zeneric is going to get a little bit less value because all of the energy regen for Zeneric is over time. So if you have Prism active, then you're not going to be getting any benefit from Zeneric. However, you can run a Sahasa Kubro, and really, like, honestly, for this mission, literally the only thing you need is Dig. I've been experimenting with the different companions ever since the patch, because there's the companion 2.0. That's a whole different topic. They are way significantly improved, which is awesome. But for this particular case, I really just care about Dig. So how Dig works for Sahasa Kubro is when you need something, your Kubro will dig it up. So this success chance is basically like there's a chance for it to give you multiple of that thing. So if you're low on ammo, it'll dig up ammo packs. If you're low on health, it'll dig up health orbs. If you're low on energy, it digs up energy orbs. So it's actually pretty consistent, and this coupled with Arcane Energize means you pretty much never run out of energy with this build because you're not like spamming your abilities constantly, right? So one thing you want to know is like explosive ledger domain on its own doesn't actually do very much damage. Enemies need to die first. Then you can turn their drops into mines, and those do a lot of damage. So that's why I've been running Prism, and you'll see once we get into the mission, because I'll basically shoot Prism down the length of the beach that you're on. That kills the first wave of enemies, and then you can kind of cascade your sleight of hand casts. So once you see one wave die, because that's how the enemies spawn in. They spawn in waves on the beach. So once you see one wave die, you cast sleight of hand. There's not really any use in casting it again until the next wave of enemies dies. So you don't want to be over spamming your abilities. So as far as weapons go, like I just got this incarnate, so I was like messing around with that. It literally doesn't matter. I've been doing this on the normal version. I don't think the Steel Path version is worth it. It takes way longer for not much more of a reward. So let me switch this to solo. Let's get in here. So my best time, I think it was like a minute 50. There's a little bit of like RP, like the lady talking at the end, which is a little annoying. So I'll be talking through this. So at the beginning, you want to, it's nice to drop a Zeneric down to get some energy. You pick up the first offering, you take it over here, and then you're going to want to hand this in. So I shoot my prism down the beach, right? And so that's going to be killing the first wave of enemies. Obviously kill any like remainders. Then you can start using your explosive ledger domain. Kill any stragglers over here because you want to get your... this weapon is like not even modded, by the way. So it's... okay, so I should be getting some... Oh, there's my Kubro digging stuff up for me. So one thing that's annoying is those little pods, the infested spawning pods. They don't show up in red as like an enemy, but they do count as enemies in the circle, which is a little annoying. So okay, so I'm just gonna throw this out to kill some more stuff. So okay, this is another really important thing for doing this efficiently. So I picked up the offering from A on my Warframe. I can pick up the other offering with my operator. Go to the shrine, hand in the operator one first, switch to my Warframe, and then hand that one in. So that is also really nice. Now one thing unfortunately that can happen is this is a little buggy right now. It seems like enemies can almost get like stuck in the buildings or something. And like you'll just, the offering will just kind of be stuck up. So okay, my dude is digging stuff up, so I kind of want to wait for him to dig that up for me. Now the reason why I'm running Equilibrium is sometimes he'll dig up health orbs. So I pretty much always want to get full energy when my... and I didn't collect this with my operator, that was my bad, because I'm talking. But I always want to get full energy whenever my Kubro digs, is basically my goal. Now this is like super easy with Mirage, like things are literally just gonna die. I'm gonna use explosive ledger domain like one time. Okay, so things are just dying all over the place. Let me just, where's this thing? Now this weapon, like I said, is like, I barely have mods on this. I just got this weapon, so any other weapon you get is going to be much more effective. And then you can, same thing with the Oni phase, you can get both offerings at the same time. There you go. So I did this was really slow, and it was like 240 because I was talking and whatnot. So really efficient to do this with Mirage. The key things are knowing how explosive ledger domain works, kind of knowing when to use Prism versus when to use explosive ledger domain. If you're just like spamming abilities nonstop, you can run out of energy on this build. So you want to know like when to use Prism, when to use your explosive ledger domain, when to know what the animation looks like for your Kubro for when they're digging, because you really need that energy, because otherwise you're not really going to get much energy back because you're converting the energy and health orbs into mines. So one more time I'll just show the build, and then yeah, so that's what I've been using. It's been really efficient for farming Koumei. I guess just really quickly I can go over the other build that I run. So this one I don't use Prism, and I also have Nourish. So I run more strength with Blind Rage instead of Transient Fortitude. I don't run Energize, but I do run Energy Nexus. So I'm getting energy back from Stretch, or Archon Stretch, Energy Nexus and Zeneric. And with Nourish's energy amplification, you actually just basically never run out of energy with this build. I liked having Prism for the beach. I did try this build. I liked the Prism build a little better. I think this one is a little better for just like, normal use cases. And the other nice thing is that you can very easily you can just slap Archon Continuity on here, and Mirage's buffs last long enough that you can just like use Mirage's normal stuff anyways. So if you were going to take one of these builds into like an actual mission, you can of course still use Eclipse and you can use Hall of Mirrors. Mirage is actually like ridiculously tanky now because you can choose which mode she's in for Eclipse. So if you do want to do Steel Path, that's up to you. I think it just takes too long for like the increased rewards that you get. So, but for normal play, if you're focusing on your mind damage, then you can use Eclipse in damage reduction mode, and that coupled with Hall of Mirrors, kind of distracting enemies, you're really tanky. You're getting a ton of like CC and stuff from your two. So yeah, so Mirage is awesome. I think Mirage is one of like the most underrated frames, to be honest. I think she has a ton of build diversity, so it's nice to see a mission where she can really shine and show her strengths. So that's what I've been using to farm Koumei. Let me know if that's helpful for you, and thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day. See you around.